The question is, Naasikagra Drishti. In Bhagavad Gita, there is a shloka. Meditation means Naasikagra Drishti. Take the attention to the tip of the nose. Many people think that this is Naasikagra, and actually Bhagavad Gita Naasikagra is this one. Beginning of Nasika. So people think that this is third eye is Naasikagra. Third eye is not Naasikagra. Naasikagra is this point. Reason is Naasikagra is this point. There is a reason for that. You see, all of us have a small mark here. You can see. You can see a mark here, right? You have mush. Men have mush, and women don't have mush. May also they may also mush nowadays. I don't know. Okay, who has what? I don't know. But all of them has a groove here. Have you seen the groove? Okay, the groove nobody finds a validity. Why is that? The groove is the marker point for the consciousness to start building the body. Okay, so for example, a person who builds the house, right? He puts a marker, boundary. From that point, he starts building. This is the marker point for the Chit Shakti, Divine Mother, to start building 2 cells into 4, 4 into 8. After some time, she will put a marker here. This is the place. Below this mouth has to be given. Above this nose has to be given. So that marker place is here. The beginning of the marker place is nose here. That nose is called Naasikagra. Okay. So when you take the Naasikagra is important for us because I've told you in earlier classes, when mana and prana go to a point, the mind will become silent. That's my earlier class. Just mind alone, I want to take some place. Prana is somewhere else. It's called Vikshipta Chitra. Vikshipta. Mind is wandering. So mana and prana have to go to one place. Right? I'll show you one way of mana and prana going to one place. Do like this. The pain is there. Prana is there. Mana is there. So your attention cannot go anywhere. Toothache is there. Mana and prana go there. Otherwise, okay, your mana and prana will wander, keep on wandering. Mana try to go here, some prana gets scattered, again mana goes somewhere. Like that it will happen. So, prana appears in many levels. Prana appears as objects of the world. Prana appears as a breath. Prana appears as a current in your body. Everything is prana only. Prana appearing in various forms. So, at the tip of the nose, or Adma chakra, or Brahmarandra, you can find prana and mana coming together at certain places. And in various chakras also. The chakras are centers where prana and mana come together. Whereas highest chakra where prana and mana come together is called Brahmarandra. It's called Dashamadwara or Mukti Dwara. That's called Vaikuntha Ekadashi. So now mana and prana come there. Your attention doesn't wander. Okay? Correct? When attention doesn't wander, you are able to stabilize that mind. So when you are able, mind is able to stabilize, then with mind you can able to observe what's happening there. What's happening there? Breath is touching, going, touching and going. So momentary appearance is there. Momentary, what you call momentary? There's a feeling here. Next, warm, cold and warm, but in between there's a gap. Correct? So I'll take an example, cold and warm. The cold breath touches first, then warm breath touches first. Just to give an example. In between, what is there? No cold, no warm. The cold and warm is called duality. Advaita. So if you are able to observe the duality, then what are you? You are the non-dual. Right? Our problem in life is constantly we are holding on to one reality. I want happiness. You are holding on to happiness. You are never ready to see the unhappiness. Okay? If you are able to see happiness and unhappiness equally, then you have become non-dual. So duality of cold and rain.
I'm watching the presence of cold. I'm watching the presence of warm. And I'm watching the presence of
absence. Correct.
Then again it's duality.
No, yeah. The duality means subject and object. If you are watching cold, okay, the watcher has become cold. The mind has taken form the cold. See,
absence is also an object because there is awareness of absence.
See, here you have to be very careful about this, right? The naming you have to stop. You have to go through. The naming is what is causing you problem.
No.
Listen carefully.
The perception of the absence.
See, the Vedanta, there is a terminology.
Word, right? But there is...
I'm saying your wording is your bondage. Jnanam bandha. Please repeat again.
No, for deep sleep also you said it is an awareness of absence.
I'm saying that's all for you to point out to yourself. Words have to be used to point to the reality. If I don't know words are used, nothing can be taught. Repeat again. Jnanam bandha. Our knowledge naming is a problem. Okay. You go to the experience, two experiences. In deep sleep, nothing is there. Yeah. In waking state, world is there. Absence is reality in deep sleep, and presence is reality in the waking state. Correct, no? One who is able to observe this is beyond absence and presence, no?
Okay, what I'm saying is, in deep sleep, he is observing the absence. So still there is a duality, is what I said.
See, absence is never a duality. Because absence of any object is not a duality. Absence is a duality in your mind. Absence is actually space. Okay? Space is Brahman. Kam Brahmeti upasita. Space is Brahman. So Brahman is not space, but space is Brahman. So Brahman not reflecting on any object is deep sleep. Brahman not reflect, the awareness not reflecting on any object is called samadhi. So if you get stuck up in a logic, absence is also an object, then you'll never be able to come out of it.
Aware of the absence.
Absence is not called as object. Presence is called object. So what is an object? Let us understand what is an object. What sense organs can give a shape, what sound can give what ears can give a shape, touch, feel, sense, touch is called object. What is available to five sense organs is called object. What is never not available to five sense organs is called space. Space is not an object.
I am is the space or object.
Space is not an object. Is that definition clear? Now, space becomes an object in the presence of an object. For example, what is there between my two hands? Space. Because with reference to space, two hands, it's a space is the object here now. Because reference is two hands. Space is also object because you're taking the reference of two objects to understand space. That's why space is the object. Now, objects are not there. Only space is there. Okay. There's no reference now. That objects are not there. Only space is there. That's called Brahman. No reference there. So your concept of space in the object is correct. When space is defined with respect to object. When space is, all objects are removed from space, the space has no reference. Space cannot be pursued. Space cannot be understood. It's a total absence. It's called Mahakasha. The Mahakasha is Brahman. Then further you can't say Mahakasha is there, Brahman is there, you can't say. There are two types of space. Bhutakasha, Chittakasha, Chidakasha, Mahakasha. Mahakasha I will not explain to you people. Bhutakasha means physical space is there. Earth is there, sun is there, moon is there, their objects are there. With respect to object, it's object space. It's called Bhutakasha. Chittakasha means mental space. Thoughts are there. Thoughts are coming and going. That's why space there called mental space. Chidakasha means consciousness space. Consciousness means mind is appearing and disappearing. Okay, Mahakasha means there's no reference to objects at all. Total absence. That's why Shiva is called Mahakala. Time is not there. Mahakali. The Mahakali, the space without object reference is an absolute space. It's called Mahakasha. Then Mahakasha is Brahman. So now absence always points to that Mahakasha. Between two sounds, there is a silence. Okay, now you can say between two sounds, there is silence is there, is a silence of sound. I'm saying that silence is pointing to Mahakasha for you. Between touching warm and cold sensation, between there's a gap. So the gap is this absence of sensation. And absence always points to Mahakasha. That's why you are this self there at that time. You are referring, you are actually saying between two sensations of warm and cold at the tip of the nose, there's a gap. There's no sensation. So that's an objective saying. You are correct. Because you are referring to warm and cold. But when you are observing that absence itself, there's neither warm and cold. Warm and cold is coming from your memory. The present moment, we are not observing. Warm you observe, then cold you observe. In between, there's nothing, no. In that nothingness, warm and cold is only memory. It's not present moment. At nothingness in that present moment is Mahakasha. The moment you refer it to warm and cold, it becomes Bhutakasha or Chittakasha.
So the gap should not be taken with reference to the in between a cold.
So, see here again, we have to remember any spiritual sadhana, you have to be in the total present moment. Spiritual sadhana has to be present moment. There's a warm breath touching here, gap, warm breath touching here. In the gap, was there warm breath? No, it's a memory. Cold breath was there? No, memory. Memory is not present moment. In present moment, what you are experiencing? In the present moment, you are experiencing Mahakasha. Brahman only is experiencing Brahman. With reference to warm and cold points, it becomes Bhutakasha or Chittakasha. But if you go to present moment, warm point, warm touching here, and cold touching here is memory. It's not present moment. Present moment, you are experiencing Brahman. Every present moment, you are experiencing Brahman only, nothing else. Are we clear? Close. Anybody has a question on this? Soon? Vaniji, Deepa, any questions?
No, Prabhuji. Clear.
Oh, clear. Okay. So that's why your name, somebody has given your mother and father have given him Deepa, light.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm only throwing light on everything now.
Next explanation I'll give. Okay. Okay. Any perception, okay, is an illusion. Okay. Any perception is illusion because it's relative. So I'll say I spent 8 hours today. How did you spend 8 hours today? Sunrise was there at 6 o'clock. Sunset is at 6 o'clock. 12 hours have passed. Oh, you passed 12 hours. Because sunrise you saw in the morning. At that moment, sunrise was there. At that moment, seer and seen have become one. After that, seer and seen has disappeared. You are experiencing moment to moment. There's no sunrise. Sunrise is a memory. Reality is experience. So current experience you are comparing with the memory, which is not real. And by evening, another sunset you are seeing, you are comparing sunrise. Sunrise is a memory. Memory is not real. The sunset is real. At this moment, you are experiencing Brahman only at any time. That you are calling as triputi, time, space, everything. Is the answer clear? Perception is illusion. Our perceptions are illusion.
All experiences are illusion.
Illusion because always we compare the current experience, which is real, this moment reality, with the past memory. Okay, and taking that memory, bringing that memory to present reality, which is not true.
Maybe is only Brahman.
Huh?
Maybe perception. Maybe.
Maybe is Brahman. Okay. So shall we close for the day? Anybody? It cuts the reality to understanding purpose. And that cutting the reality is a problem.
When Jiva says I know, I and know are coming from Atma only.
Atma only. Jiva cannot say no, I know.
Yeah.
Jivatma can say. So Jiva, I always want to correct Jivatma. Okay, Hari Om everybody.